Hello everybody, and welcome to the 23rd episode in the state-by-state prediction series. Today, we are covering the state of Oklahoma between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Let's get right into it, starting out with the 2008 election results between John McCain and Barack Obama. John McCain won in the state by 457,000 votes. It was 65.65% to 34.35%. Oklahoma was one of the only states in the country in 2008 that only had two candidates appearing on the ballot, and thus you can see that no vote went to any third-party candidate in the state of Oklahoma because of their strict rules regarding ballot access. Now looking at the versus national average. So how did Oklahoma compare to the national popular vote average? It was about 20 points to the right of the national average in favor of John McCain. Similar numbers in 2012 when Mitt Romney was the Republican nominee, winning with 66.77% of the vote, to Barack Obama's 33.23%, 447,000 votes. That was the margin of victory. And similarly to 2008, it went about 19.6 points to the right of the national average. But then in 2016, Donald Trump won with 65.32%. And for the first time in a long time in the state of Oklahoma, not unlike in 2008 and 2012, there was a third-party candidate, Gary Johnson, the Libertarian, on the ballot. And that caused Hillary Clinton to only win about 28.93% of the vote in the state of Oklahoma, with Donald Trump carrying its 7 electoral votes by 528,000 votes. And looking at the versus national average, it was about 19.2 points to the right of the national popular vote. Now, one thing to note, in 2008 and 2012 and 2016, it incrementally lowered from 20.0 points in 2008 to 19.6 points in 2012. to 19.2 points in 2016. Now, this is still not that much of a big thing to look at because Oklahoma will, in all likelihood, continue to be a very deep red state in favor of the Republicans. And looking at the 538 polling averages in the state of Oklahoma, Donald Trump is up 23.7 points over Joe Biden with 58% to Joe Biden's 34.3%. And looking at the JHK forecast, the first of 3 forecasts we can examine in preparation for the 2020 election, Trump is up 29.1 points in the JHK forecast, with him holding 63.4% to Joe Biden's 34.3%. And moving on to the Our Progress forecast, Trump is up 32 points here, 64.1 to Joe Biden's 32.1. In the Our Progress forecast, Donald Trump has a 32-point advantage. As for the Economist forecast, Donald Trump has a exactly 28-point advantage here. So similar numbers overall between these 3 forecasts. Donald Trump holds 63.5 to Joe Biden's 35.5. And the polls have now closed in the state of Oklahoma, and we have an immediate projection to make. Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of Oklahoma. He will carry the state's 7 electoral votes. No surprise whatsoever. He is the projected winner in the state of Oklahoma. Just like 4 years ago, he wins by 479,000 votes in the state of Oklahoma, with 64.24% of the vote to Joe Biden's 32.19%. 7 electoral votes going to Donald Trump's column. And looking at the county map here, every single county in the state of Oklahoma went to Donald Trump, just like it did in 2016, just like it did in 2012, and just like it did in 2008, with Donald Trump winning in every single county in the state of Oklahoma. Just a few counties were in likely margins, but every single other county was in the safe margins for the incumbent president. And looking at the 2020 electoral map, Donald Trump now holds 144 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 91 electoral votes. 303 remain up for grabs across the state. And looking back at the popular vote, Donald Trump has retaken the popular vote lead, but by marginal numbers, just an 84,000 vote lead nationwide right now in the national popular vote. And that does it for today's Oklahoma prediction. This was a very simple one, given that Oklahoma is a very safe red state, one of the safest across the country. But please make sure to like and subscribe. Check out all of the other state-by-state predictions if you haven't already. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and tune in next time.